Welcome back to the Dram Shop, everybody. It is the semifinals of the World Cup. Are you guys getting excited? Woo! We've got some people straggling in. They said, don't show my face on camera. I don't want my boss to know that I'm at a bar watching football at 1:30 in the afternoon.
I don't have to worry about that because I'm standing next to my boss.
Well, our boss isn't here. John.
The boss is not here.
The boss isn't here. John couldn't make it on the show today because, we are terrible at communication.
Because it's just that for that reason only.
It just is.
It just is. You never know what's going to happen on the Stoop.
So, Mark, can you believe it? There's only, 4 matches left if we include the third place match? There's only 4 matches left in the World Cup. It seems like crazy that it's almost over. And we've got no Ronaldo. We've got no Germany. We've got all of Portugal.
We have no Neymar.
We have no Neymar.
We have no Lukaku.
No Lukaku. No KDB.
Also known as Lukaku.
No Kevin De Bruyne. No Belgium. What we do have, though, we have Argentina versus Croatia starting here in about 30 minutes. And then tomorrow we have Morocco, the crazy Moroccans who just will not stop. They're going up against possibly the favorites, the reigning world champs, France. This is nuts.
The fact that only 50% of the teams remaining were considered pre-tournament favorites is kind of mind-boggling. Because I think this year the field was wide open to where any one of those favorites could have gotten in and finished this. But we're actually seeing how wide open the tournament truly was when you have teams that no one expected to be there. In definitely Morocco and in some regards Croatia. I don't think anybody had those in their winner's circle.
Well, this Final Four shows us the true scope of football in the world. We have the attacking prowess of Argentina and France, these big guns, these goal scorers. Probably the best football player of all time, Leo Messi, going up against the new Leo Messi. I mean, he's not going up today, but looking at the 4 teams, the new Leo Messi, the new soon-to-be greatest player who's actually playing.
Erling Haaland?
No, Kylian Mbappe.
Mbappe, yes, he is.
So you have these 2 firepower, huge, massive countries in the soccer world going up against Mourinho-style defensive. We don't care if we only score 1 goal, but if we score 1, you are not going to score any. Morocco, Croatia we're going to extra time. We're going to use our old man legs that know how to play 120 minutes of football. And if we get to pens, our keeper has been one of the best in the league in the tournament.
I think
the Croatian keeper, Lukakic or something?
Lijasevic?
Lukakovic.
The Croatian.
That's not his name. That's definitely
I don't know
not
either. But we're almost fortunate for the 2 semifinal matches to have unstoppable forces versus immovable objects. I mean, both Morocco and Croatia, they're just going to sit back and bide their time and wait for that, and then the more time that comes off the clock and more time might be added in extra time going into PKs. Man, these teams know they have a chance.
And that's exactly how you're totally right. Croatia and Morocco will both sit back, and the more minutes that click off of the clock, which teams do you think are going to be getting more antsy, more nervous? It's not going to be Morocco and it's not going to be Croatia. It's going to be the Argentinian side. The longer this match goes without a goal, Argentina is going to get more and more antsy. We saw what happened when they gave up a goal to Netherlands. It got chippy like that. Then they gave up the second goal. It got more than chippy. It became fish and chippy. I don't know if that's a word, but
it is now.
But the Argentinians showed their anger and their passion, we will say. And even Leo Messi, who got in a fight with 6'9" guys, but that just shows you when you're the GOAT, you get that extra 4 feet.
Yeah, it also shows just how much this means to him. Argentina was my pre-tournament favorite. I'm not changing my tune.
I thought you said Cameroon.
You said I said Cameroon. I think somebody in our comments may have. Kyle Reeves has it there.
Livakovic.
I left my Kovic at the bar last
Sorry, we can't come to the phone right now. Please leave a Kovic, and we'll be back to you as soon as possible. But imagine this goes to penalties. We're talking Livakovic versus Emi Martinez.
Your boy.
We don't have kids in here, right?
It used to be your boy.
Emi Martinez, the #1 shit talker in the world, I think. When it comes to penalty shootouts, it's a mind game, and I think Emi Martinez loves a penalty shootout. Did you see what he did against Netherlands? For each player that walked up to shoot a penalty, he had a different way to talk smack to him. One of the guys, he just walked up like this and was like, give me a handshake. And the guy was like, no. And he's like, vale, venga. And he walks away and saves the penalty. It's fantastic.
Yeah, both. I've said it a little bit all tournament is that this has kind of been the tournament for keepers. Like there's been a lot of keepers all the way around that have done just fantastic. Chesney for Poland comes to mind. I mean, he had
Kenny Chesney.
A great country singer, I understand, but the keeper for Poland, Chesney, he had like 23 saves in just the group stage.
Yeah. And so let's talk a little bit about the group stage and beyond. Let me ask you, Mark, in 90 minutes of play, how many matches have Croatia won in this World Cup?
Outright?
In 90 minutes.
One.
Exactly. They have won one match. Croatia has won one match in 90 minutes of football, and that was against Australia? No, not Australia. That was against Canada, the Australia of the United States. They beat Canada, but Croatia has not beaten anybody in 90 minutes of football. So Argentina's goal here has to be win in 90. Win in 90. Let's not get to extra time. Let's let Leo Messi wander around the pitch. Sometimes he turns around and he's like this, and they forget about him. And then he gets to get in there and do his business.
I don't think anybody forgets about Messi.
Well, you start to forget about him because you're like, he's not here.
He doesn't move a whole lot.
You realize he's over there, like in the left back position for the other team, just standing there having a cigarette on the side of the pitch, and he's just like, do 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 do. ¿A qué miras, bobo? I love that.
I know you put that on the mug.
I love it. Yeah, we're gonna start selling that at onthestupidlolo.com.
You can pick it up for your Christmas time.
No, it will not get there by Christmas. I guarantee you.
I didn't say this year.
Yeah, for next year. You get it for Valentine's Day, maybe.
Hey, look, it's Christmas. What shows up? I ordered that 5 years
So
ago.
let's look at the two guys that we will be focusing on most for this match. That man right there, Lionel Messi, greatest of all time, up against the key player for Croatia, Luka Modric. Luka Modric, look, he's been up for Ballon d'Or. So I'm not sure if he's actually won a Ballon d'Or, but the dude he's been so successful and functioning at such a high level for over a decade, if not going on 2 decades. They play such different type of football for being central midfielders, both of them central midfielders.
Yeah.
I don't know. Leo, you can call a striker at times.
Modric will go after the ball.
Modric is all over the place. He will be all over the place running at 100% the entire time, as opposed to Messi, who goes at about 10% most of the match.
He also looks like he's wrapped in bubble wrap. He just doesn't want to make a lot of contact.
No, he makes it. Yeah, he doesn't want to, but they go out and attack him. But the difference is Messi can go from his 10% to 150% in a split second.
Yeah.
It's like having a child and you're like, oh, everything's safe. My kid is right here next to me. My kid is right here next to me. How is my kid on top of the bookshelf right now? You know, it just goes like that. And that's what Leo Messi can do for you.
Was it because of a header your child did or no?
No, it's probably the other kid who Harry Kane the
Harry
baby.
Kane, don't Harry Kane the baby.
So Conche says Messi should be Maradona's boot cleaner. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. I think he's creeping up on Maradona. What do these Argentinians think? Maradona or Messi? Messi, for sure. And then one guy like this, he's like, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. If Messi got to use his hands, he'd totally be as good as Maradona, right? A little dig there. No,
I actually think in school in Argentina they teach the hand of God to the kids there, so they can talk about it and keep that myth alive.
They do. They say Father, Son, Holy Spirit, hand of God.
I was
four
I was
things.
working at a bar and we're heading toward closing. Everyone's left. And there's two Argentinians there, and they start talking about the play, and they're like, no, it went like this. No, it went like this. And their debate was who understood what had happened better.
Well, I'm just saying, if there was VAR back then, maybe Maradona doesn't win the World Cup.
I don't think the legend of Maradona exists.
Yeah. Now, Maradona, phenomenal player, phenomenal, one of the greatest of all time. Once again, we are just lucky enough to be alive during the 20 years that we've gotten to witness Leo Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. So you can hate on Ronaldo all we want, but his football has been world class, and we are lucky to have been able to have a legit debate that people do not agree on. So,
yeah, I mean, I had talked before the tournament that I was hoping for a Portuguese and Argentinian final. It wasn't meant to be, and unfortunately, you talk about Ronaldo. I feel he really hurt himself legacy-wise with his antics, both in the Premier League this year and with the team Portugal.
Well, a lot has been said about, look at what happened after the Netherlands match with Leo Messi, talking smack, getting in fights, pushing people, and they're like, if that was Ronaldo would be lambasted. He would be, oh, what an a-hole, and everybody else is going, look at Messi, I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. ¿A qué miras, bobo? You know?
Because what the issue is with Ronaldo and those situations that I brought up, he's talking about his own team, and he's hurting his own team. Messi's going after the opponent.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah. Well, I think Argentinian fans, do you appreciate what happened after the match? You appreciate Leo Messi actually... He's saying it started before the match.
You want to say that in front
You want to get up here? We got a free scarf. We'll give you a free scarf. Get up here.
Who wants to talk? Come on.
Get on up here.
It's our pregame show. Everything goes.
Everybody, give it up. What's your name, brother? B.A.R. Ibarra. Everybody give it up for Ibarra. Argentina ahí también.
So,
yeah, you're good.
Can I just...
Yeah.
So the thing is that I can say the difference between the way Messi react and Ronaldo react was truly different, because when you look at the Messi, he's been on top for like past 16 years, and he never done anything like that. What we all witnessed when he saw so many Champions League critical game, and also he lost 2014 World Cup, and then 2015, 16 South America Cup in Rome in the final, and he never done anything like that, because the reason that he has done it like this now, they put all the national pressure on his shoulder. So whatever Messi do is just not included him, because he know no matter what, no matter how, if some of his teammates play really, really bad, after the game, if they don't make the World Cup, they're gonna criticize Messi. Nobody is gonna say, "Oh, Higuain missed so many chances," or
which he did,
and Lautaro Martinez missed so many chances,
which he did.
So, first of all, he has so much pressure on his shoulder, and second of all, the reason that Messi was really angry in last game, the Holland coach started to talk really trash before the game. And some of the players, if you really watch the game carefully, they will provoke him, Messi and his teammates. So
the entire time.
And also one of the other reasons that Messi was so rude to Holland's coach is goes 2004, because Roman Riquelme is Messi's hero. So in 2004, when the Van Gaal was coaching Barcelona, they transferred to Riquelme, and which in that time Riquelme was in his best shape, and then he tried to switch his position, which is Riquelme didn't like it, and he wanted to make him to play somewhere where he didn't like, and then end of the year he made the Riquelme leave the Barcelona, and that was also the other issue about Messi to Luis
So
Van
there
Gaal.
was years of bad blood.
Years
of bad,
that,
bad
because
blood.
because of him, Riquelme's Barcelona career was really short.
Oh wow!
And
Yeah,
then-
so I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
But you bring up a very good point of when Argentina does well, it's look at this Argentinian team. They're so good. They are so
Exactly.
good. But when they lose, where was Messi?
And-
Where
and
was
also
Messi?
the other
So
thing-
that's gotta be
and also-
annoying as shit.
Exactly, and also the
How do
other
they say that though? Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
exactly,
Yes.
and also the other reason when you look at this is what I think unfair to Messi when the people compare him to Ronaldo. Nobody say, oh, why Ronaldo didn't win the World Cup with Portugal problem, which is Portugal has a really good team.
Yep.
If you look at the Portugal, most of their players, they play for PSG, Manchester City, Manchester United. They have really, really better team than Argentina.
Yeah.
Nobody talking about it. Even no matter how bad performance if Argentina players play, nobody is gonna say, "Oh, this Argentina play wasn't good." They will all say why Messi didn't win the World Cup. This is the huge difference between Messi and Ronaldo. In 2014, Ronaldo didn't even make the group stage, while
Yeah.
Messi carried his team to World Cup final.
Yeah.
And then they still think that Messi is not a good leader because he lost so many finals.
Meanwhile, Higuain had like 3 opportunities
Exactly, which
to
is
bury
bad,
it.
and,
Yeah.
and they played with the best Germany team.
Yeah.
That Germany beat
That was
7-1
Germany. That was-
to
yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah.
And if you look at the final game, Argentina played much more better than them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, unfortunately, when it's come to the Messi, most of the people, and also the other thing between Messi and Ronaldo. Which
So
is
he
my
didn't
guy.
want to come up here, but now he won't shut up.
Exactly. And the other most important thing.
It's
between-
just a scarf, man. It's
Exactly.
just a scarf.
Most important thing between Messi and Ronaldo, when you look at the Messi's fan, they all people who really love the football, who really watch the football. And when you look at the Ronaldo's fan, 90% of them are the most kids who spend their
Instagram.
entire time in Instagram and TikTok.
Instagram, yeah.
That is the biggest difference between them.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much,
Thank you.
Bara. There you go. Have a
I
gold
think
scarf.
that is a fantastic way to put the fan base. Because I mean,
Yeah.
Ronaldo does have like what, 500 million.
He has
followers
the
on Instagram or
most
something like that.
of anybody,
You
more
know?
than Taylor Swift and Beyonce.
Right. Messi is still he's still on MySpace.
Messi, I don't know. I don't think. Yeah, Messi's on MySpace. He's got a Tumblr. He's got like he uses AOL. It's Leo Messi Barca at AOL.com.
He gets really pissed when the kids get on the phone.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Well, let's take a quick look at the team sheets here. So let's kick off. We have Croatia right here. Listen, Perisic down the wing.
Having a great tournament.
He's been fantastic. Kramaric, Brozovic, all the Viches, Kovacic, Modric. I'm telling you, they're all
They're all
itches.
sons of bitches.
Sons of itches. But Vardiol as well. Vardiol, a young kid, has been having a fantastic World Cup right alongside Dejan Lovren, who I don't like for personal reasons. And then their keeper has been doing a fantastic job. It's going to be tough for Argentina to break through this back line. And to also, we've seen Argentina give up goals. So they need to be careful with Perisic whipping balls in. There's a height disadvantage here. So, yeah. And then we're looking at the Argentina side. We have Emi Martinez in the back, of course. Molina is in there. Romero, who I do not like, but Argentinian fans like
He's been
Romero.
playing very well.
I
since-
do not. Oh,
since
Bara
beyond-
saying no.
Since beyond Saudi Arabia.
He
match.
plays for
He's been
Tottenham,
playing
so
very
he's
well.
like
You know,
anti-trophies.
he's
So
not playing-
be careful.
He's
Be
not playing
careful.
for Spurs right now.
Shit. Tottenham. You're welcome. That's all right. I love it. Yeah, there you go. Should have been here for the Harry Kane chants we were doing the other day. But then who else? I just think this is a match for Lisandro Martinez. I think Lisandro Martinez should be in there. Otamendi has lost his head. Tagliafico loses his head. It's going to be tough.
But Tagliafico is in for Acuna. And I think Argentina's going to really miss Acuna today.
Yeah, but he's out with a suspension from the 87 yellow cards that went out the other day. But you got Deuce McAllister there. Well, I'm going to start calling Deuce McAllister because I'm a Saints fan. But you have there you go, a Saints fan in the house. We got McAllister, very much an Argentinian.
Apparently, there's no relation Irish-wise. Scottish-wise, other than the name.
Well, his family's
that's not even how you pronounce it.
His family's from Scotland, but they've been in Argentina for so many generations that only the name and the red hair has survived.
Gotcha.
But he's become a beast for Argentina. He's become fantastic. I think he's another guy that Brighton loses next season. Loses for 60, 70 million. But then we have Paredes, who lost the plot. Paredes should have had a red card last match for 2 yellow cards in a row. And then Julian Alvarez up front. Enzo Fernandez, who looks to be linked with Liverpool, actually, from what I've heard.
I'm not believing anything. I'm not believing anything until January.
And then the GOAT, Leo Messi, up top. Well, not up top. Leo Messi's going to be wherever the hell Leo Messi wants to go. But Mark, let's go ahead and get your predictions before the anthems kick off. What is your prediction for this match?
Like I said, from pre-tournament, I picked up Argentina to go all the way. I'm going to continue with that, and I think it gets done maybe in extra time, but it's going to be 2-1 Argentina.
2-1 Argentina. What do you guys think of that? 2-1 Argentina in extra time. They don't know how they feel.
3-0.
The gunner right here said, yeah. He said, yeah, you're all right. So I'm also going with 2-1 Argentina, but I think it's going to get done in the 90. I think Argentina is going to do everything they can to keep it from going to extra time because they know extra time just resets, and that's when Argentinian players start to get a little bit too hyped up.
It's also when Croatia is going to get
a little long-legged, and Croatia gains in confidence. So I think an early goal from Argentina. Then they relax a little bit, and Croatia score in the second half, and they need to hustle. And it's all attack for Argentina for the last 20 minutes of the match, and they do get a breakthrough. Maybe a free kick, maybe a penalty. So 2-1 Argentina, that's what I'm saying. But I wouldn't count out penalties anytime Croatia is playing.
I'm honestly going to say that it's Messi's time. He's going to will this to happen.
All right. Well, that's it for me and Mark. Thank you guys for joining us at Dram Shop. The kitchen is open, I believe. Get some food, get some drinks. And don't forget, we got lots of free swag to give away. We'll be back at halftime. I'm Lolo. This is Mark. Peace from Brooklyn.
Never ended.
Hi. Hi.